What's up, besties? Welcome to the final part to both mine and Japan. I hate saying hi, Japan.
Hi, Japan.
I hate you. Of
I said what
what
you said.
of what we got for our house, our Patronus, and our wands. Once again, I want to preface this video by saying J.K. Rowling is a piece of shit. I do not stand behind her views on feminism or trans folk. I just wanted to say that. We are just here to have fun, but I do want it to be clear.
I agree. I didn't even think about it. I was
Yeah.
just thinking about Harry Potter.
No, see, that was my thing. I was like, I don't want people to feel like this is a person that I support, because it's not,
No,
but,
definitely.
you know.
Well, and that's like the weird thing with a lot of stuff. I know it's a little bit of a tangent, but there's it's so hard on certain stuff to like separate the person from
From the
the like
art.
art form or stuff. So like it's like hard to be like, oh yeah, I support this or I want to play this when it's like, yeah, but this person's a shithead.
I
So
think what's so difficult about it for a lot of people, too, is a lot of people did grow up watching Harry Potter, reading those books, and then you get older and then you find out that she's a piece of shit, and it's like, how do I separate what I love so much from the creator? So anyway,
yeah,
that's all. I just wanted to preface it by
one
saying that
time.
we do not celebrate her
Yes.
or support. Yes. Okay.
Yep.
So first things first, we both took all three of the quizzes.
Yep.
I'm sure we got vastly different things. First, we're going to start with the wands. I'm going to go first. So,
Yep.
okay. The wand that I got is the English oak wood with a phoenix core. It's 10 inches and rigid flexibility.
Oh, small
Um,
boy.
I guess it is. I'm going to read a little part
Sorry.
about, well, actually, the 10 inches is within, like, the average amount.
That's what they
It's,
all
like,
say.
9 to 14 is, like, the average amount.
Yeah, that's kind
Uh,
of what they all say.
I'm gonna read this to you. So the English Oakwood, what I picked up from this is gonna read a little bit of what it said. A wand for good times and bad. This is a friend as loyal as the wizard who deserves it, which I am a very loyal person. I feel like that makes sense.
Agreed.
They demand partners of strength, courage, and fidelity.
Definitely. Yeah.
Um, the owners of the wands have powerful intuition and often an affinity with magic of the natural world with the creatures and plants. So to me,
Oh
that
yeah, that's
makes
perfect for you.
right. Like that feels so much like
Oh
me.
yeah, that's totally you.
Totally. Okay, so the Phoenix core, I was kind of like, I felt special. It's the rarest core type. Phoenix feathers are capable of the greatest range of magic. Though they may take longer than either unicorn or dragon cores to reveal this, they show the most initiative, sometimes acting of their own accord, a quality that a lot of witches and wizards dislike. They're always the pickiest when it comes to potential owners, for which the creature they're taking from is one of the most independent and detached in the world. These wands are the hardest to tame and to personalize, and their allegiance is usually hard won. And I think what's interesting about, okay, I've always kind of really liked the idea of phoenixes. Like, the whole idea behind phoenixes is that, like, you're reborn, and being someone that comes from the way that I did, I've always really liked the idea of them because I came from a very conservative home. I couldn't be who I was, and I feel like in my 20s, I have sort of had that rebirth, kind of like a phoenix. So I felt like really excited that I got the phoenix core, and things are always difficult in life for me, so it makes sense that it would be hard to tame.
I mean,
That
that's valid. Yeah.
10 inches. And then the rigid flexibility, I found that kind of interesting. I don't know if that talks, it doesn't say much about it. It was just like, oh, it's, rigid, but it's interesting because I feel like I am mostly, I can be a very flexible person, but I feel like there are some things that I am not at all flexible on. So I kind of can see why it would be rigid, if that makes sense.
Oh, that does. I can see that.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me about yours.
Okay, I got a maple wood with a dragon core, 12.5
Ooh.
inches, with a
Okay.
slightly springy flexibility.
Okay.
Maplewood essentially is like for natural travelers and explorers. I kind of agreed with like I like to be out, and do
Mm-hmm.
different stuff because it's like all about growing and like bettering yourself. I'm like I kind of like that. I mean, I definitely like to try new things when I can. I'm not the greatest to do it, but I think that's less about not wanting and more about time.
Just life. Yeah.
So I agreed with that. The Dragon Core, it's just like a more like powerful thing. Like the spells
Oh,
are doing it.
okay.
Also, it can like very easily teeter into the dark arts. So like it kind of makes sense.
Oh,
Like it definitely with like corruptibility and stuff.
I
I think
don't
that definitely could be it.
think you're as much a corruptible person as I do see you possibly having the ability to lean into the dark side of things, but I don't think
Yeah, I think
it
I'd
would
get stuff
be
done.
malicious. Exactly.
No,
It's
yeah,
not
but
malicious,
I don't
but
think I'm cutting those like
you
lines.
do
I'd
what
go
you
through
have
them if I
to
need to.
take care of your own. And that's
Yeah,
kind of why I see that makes sense to me. Sorry, continue.
yeah, that's what it's like. It tends to do that. Yeah, and that's probably about it. A little bit above average. The
Nope,
springy
that's within the average.
flexibility. Oh, slightly springy makes sense. It kind of to me just kind of seems like it's like you're kind of flexible, kind of rigid to a certain extent. It's just kind of easygoing. I don't know. That's kind of how I felt
You
from it.
are. Yeah, you are kind of, in my opinion, sort of an easygoing person. But I get why it says springy, but like you're not fully flexible because when it comes to certain things, you are very stubborn because you are a very stubborn person.
Of
But you
course.
are generally a very easygoing person, I would say. So
Yeah.
interesting. I like that. I feel like those kind of really fit us. So
Yeah.
interesting. Okay,
All right.
next up
Patronus.
is our Patronus. So the Patronus that I got was the wild boar, which is
Interesting.
interesting. It was not in the top 20, so I had to do a little bit of research.
Yeah, I knew that was mine.
I would like to shout out to someone called Tori on Tumblr. They kind of
Woo
wrote up
woo.
this little interesting thing talking about like what a lot of cultures, the way that they view the wild boar. Um, so, having one as your Patronus means that you find comfort in confrontation. You are no pacifist. You see something you want and you go for it with all of your passion. You are a true warrior, and okay, I guess a lot of Slytherins get this. Your main goal and drive are your own personal ambitions. You are ruthless and forever adaptable in pursuing your goals, which definitely makes you a force to be reckoned with. When you come to a point in your battle against depression and despair, when defeat seems inevitable, this guardian will come for you. It will dash to your aid, its tusks bared, and charge full force at your enemy, driving it back. Its arrival will rekindle the flame in your chest, and with your warrior spirit renewed, you will bring the wand around in a counterattack of your own, fearless and unstoppable. Uh, I kind of really liked it a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
I do definitely identify with a lot in that paragraph. Especially like the older I'm getting and the more sure of myself I am definitely someone that will confront a situation or whatever's happening. And I'm actually really proud of that about myself. Even this year specifically, I've confronted some things and I liked it. It kind of resonated.
Yeah, it's also interesting because that is the state animal of where you're from too.
Really?
Yeah, the Razorback boar.
I kind of thought it was interesting to see someone. I saw something in the in the Patronus thing. It was like a lot of times you'll have the one that comes from your native area. So funny.
Yeah, I don't actually. I could probably look at mine. I don't know if it actually does come where I'm from. I
What
could
did you
check.
get?
I got the Kingfisher, which is like way different than what I got. I got the Dead Horse thing
The
before.
original time, yeah.
Yeah. So the Kingfisher are like clever birds. They definitely like hobbies and different like special interests, which I definitely think
Yep.
is valid because I like to do a lot of different stuff. I
Yep.
love learning about the world and are unique special birds, which I like birds anyways, so
I
it
know.
made
I
sense.
like
But it's
that.
like a small bird, like a hummingbird almost.
I
Um,
love that.
yeah, I was a little weirded out because I didn't expect it. I knew I wouldn't get the same thing because I didn't think I got a question that led me
Yeah, I
that
was
way.
about to say the questions really what you get kind of really determine because you're gonna answer differently, which I think that's why they encourage you not to do this different a whole bunch of different times.
Yeah,
Um,
and I think like I was weird though because like a lot of the questions I would have not thought it would have been a bird because a lot of them were like ground related questions, but you never know.
yeah,
But I mean,
that's
it
interesting.
works.
I like that though. That does kind of make a lot of sense for you. That's interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
you go first on house. Tell me what house you got.
A Hufflepuff. I mean, I've done this quest like 15 times. I've
Yeah,
gotten it every single time. I don't know what it is. I thought I would get something different this time because I thought I definitely answered questions differently, but it's never changed.
Hmm.
I have never taken this quest. Even the ones that are supposed to like split you, I've always got the pure Hufflepuff. It's just dedication, patience, loyalty. I think
I
that's
think that's cute.
most of most of my fate, I guess. It makes sense
What do you think I
to
got?
me. I definitely think you got something different. I'm thinking because you might have let it slip a little bit earlier, but probably Slytherin.
Okay, interesting. I just said
What you get?
something in that paragraph.
You said
So
like a Slytherins,
that's what
so
the
I was like,
paragraph said. Sorry.
oh, okay.
Um, I usually I've taken this quiz so many times. Always gotten Ravenclaw. I got Hufflepuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, which I can
Join
see
us.
that. I definitely still like Ravenclaw. I don't know. I still feel like
Oh, sorry.
Ravenclaw
You're one of us now.
is
We got
me,
our
but
stink on you.
I just thought that was interesting though that I
That
got
is
the
interesting. I'm
Hufflepuff.
rubbing off on you.
No, I don't think that's it at all. I think it was just the
I think it's
questions.
100% it. Yeah,
It was just
because
the questions I got. That's it. That's all.
you were thinking of me while taking it, and then it just automatically been Hufflepuff, so we can have Hufflepuff babies.
I'm not having children.
I mean, even just
The dog.
babies in the world. Yes, Pepper is a Hufflepuff. Oh my God, we gotta do one for Pepper.
Oh my god. We could just let him sniff each side of the. All right, besties. I think this was kind of interesting. I liked hearing your
Very
answers. I
interesting.
feel like a lot of the things make a lot of sense for you. I think vice versa. I think they make a lot of sense for me. This
Yeah,
was fun. Thank you for joining me for this.
yeah. Thank you too for joining me too and this thing. Yes.
Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed. Make sure you check out the description for links to my Japan's channel, his Twitch and his YouTube.
Yes, and likewise for Squirrelton over here.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye, besties.
Bye.